Upon opening the boom camera kit from left to right, there is a battery charger with three 26650 batteries, an Evo gimbal remote, an Evo gimbal, the camera head, system cables along with screen charger, the screen, which is a Samsung Galaxy Note 8, the screen carrier, and in front is the grip and pole. To assemble the boom camera, we're going to start on the grip side. First, take the screen carrier and mount it to the grip using the captured 1/4-20 locking nut. Screw it into it snug, hold the capture screw, and turn so it is in line with the grip. Next, take your screen and place the screen inside of the carrier. Once you have it inside of the carrier, tighten down on the carrier using the top knob. Once you have the screen attached to the grip, take the tether cable and install it onto the grip. There's a USB-A bulkhead on the grip. Remove the cover, install the A side of the USB cable into the grip, and install the USB side into the phone. Once you're done with that, move further down, and now we're going to install the gimbal. To install the gimbal, make sure you have the gimbal with the joystick facing up. Slide the gimbal inside of the pole end. You'll have a slight spring resistance inside. Make sure you push the pole end tightly against that spring and tighten the thumb screw. Once you are done with that, remove the locking pin. Take the camera head with the aluminum slot. There is a hole in the slot on the camera case, and there is also a hole on the gimbal mounting feature. Line up both holes. Once the holes are aligned, hold them in place. Take the pin and slot it through the hole. Once you have the camera securely attached to the gimbal, now grab the system cables. Attach the USB cable and the circular probe pin cable to the bulkhead on the pole end. Start with the 12-pin circular cable. Align it with the key and tighten down firmly. Next, take the USB cable and plug it into the USB-A bulkhead. Now that you've securely attached the cables on the pole end side of the bulkhead, continue and attach it to the camera side. Start with the 12-pin circular connector. Again, this is a keyed connection. Make sure the coiled USB cable is evenly coiled down the 12-pin circular connector cable. Now attach the USB cable to the camera. Now we will be powering the boom camera. Remove the 1/4-ton battery plug at the back of the grip. Install each 26650 battery positive end first into the grip. Replace the 1/4-turn locking battery plug. There is a power toggle located on the grip. Turn it to the on position. 3 green LEDs will light up on the back of the camera case, along with a red LED which will blink 3 times to indicate that we have a successful boot up. You want to make sure that the camera and pole end are in this configuration when you go to power it on. This allows a much easier startup. Now we'll power the pole end. Now take the gimbal remote and turn it on next to the pole end gimbal. A blue light will stay solid and a yellow light will start flashing steadily. This means you now have control of the gimbal. Take the gimbal remote and place it into the slot located in the grip. Now we have powered on the camera head, the gimbal, and we have linked the gimbal with the gimbal remote. Next, we will power up the screen. On the top of the screen, there is a power button. Press and hold it. Now that you have fully assembled your boom camera and it's time to launch the app, you can do that by going to the boom camera app, tapping on it. Now that you've turned on the boom camera app, it has multiple functionalities. In the top left, you can hide your user interface icons. Next, in the bottom left, we can turn on and off IR LEDs. When you turn on IR LEDs, a white circle inside of the icon lights up. Next, we have our 52 megapixel image capture. The camera notifies that it is capturing, and it'll say if it has succeeded or not. To record video, you hit the video recording icon. The icon turns red when you are recording video. All the way on the right of the app is the white LED icon. When you turn on the white LEDs, you have 3 lines that indicate around the icon that the white LEDs are on. In the top right of the app, it shows your battery remaining along with how full the SD card is. Next to those 2 icons, we have our settings icon. If you tap on the settings icon, it'll bring you to a PDF of the quick start guide and the user manual, as well as the icon to download the files, turn on and off Wi-Fi capabilities, delete files, and do any software updates. Whenever you take a picture or video on the boom camera, all of the data is stored on the camera head. To transfer the data from the camera head in the app, you must go to the settings menu. When you go to the settings menu, you can then click on download files. When you click on this, transfer the data from the camera head to the phone, and from there, you can then download from the phone to any computer using the supplied USB cable. Now we're going to disassemble the boom cam system. To do this, we're going to turn off the power. Turning off the power turns off the camera and the gimbal. The phone stays on because it is its own power source. Next, we're going to pull out the gimbal remote. You can do this by pulling out on the lanyard and turn this off. Press and hold the power button until all LEDs turn off. Now, we can unplug the tether cable from the phone to the grip and replace the dust cover on the grip. To take the screen out of its screen holder, unscrew the top knob and take out the screen. To take the screen carrier off of the grip, rotate it counterclockwise and unscrew the capture thumb screw. Now we're going to take the cables off of the pull end and the camera. You can start with the cable side. Pull out the USB and unscrew the 12-pin circular connector. Move to the pull end side and do the same operation. Place the dust cover on the USB-A bulkhead. To remove the camera head from the gimbal, pull the locking pin. Replace the locking pin back into the gimbal mounting feature. Take the gimbal out by unscrewing the thumb screw on the pull end. Make sure you have the back end of the grip pointing up so your batteries don't fall onto the floor. Press in and release the quarter-turn battery plug. Now slide the batteries out. And remember that there are 3 batteries. To charge the system batteries, use the supplied Nightcore charger and plug it into any 110-volt wall outlet. Upon starting up the charger, all LEDs will flash red. To install the battery, put the negative side on the spring terminal and push in. To charge the screen, use the supplied charger. To charge the Evo remote, use the supplied USB cable along with a 5-volt power supply.